Alright, Shalom Akim. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Wa'Harakakodash, and of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akim that are preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, so this is Ecclesiasticus, aka the Book of Sirach, chapter 36, and verse 1. Have mercy upon us, O Lord Power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. And, we really want Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to have mercy on us, man. To have mercy on us and behold us, to think about the things that we want, all right, to accept our prayers, to fill us with faith, the things that we need in order to get by and make it out of this place, alive, man. Behold all the things that we go through on our day-to-day, trials, tribulations, or struggles, that we go through here. Because wherever you Israelites are scattered, all right, not just here in Babylon, but throughout the four corners of the earth, we're going through some kind of captivity. We're going through different, trials and tribulations, man. Different things affect us, different forms of oppression, man. In verse 2 it says, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Because, chiefly and truthfully, the only people that fear the Lord, okay, is the 1/3. The 1/3 of you Israelites, man. You're the only ones that can fear the Lord, because as it says in the book of Psalm, his statutes and his judgments are known to Israel. He showed his word unto Jacob, and to all these other nations, they don't know the Lord. All right? The Lord ain't dealing with them. The Lord didn't give them this wisdom. He didn't give the scriptures, have these holy prophets write the scriptures for the other nations, man. No, it's for Israelites. Israelites only. And Israelites have been scattered amongst these other nations. All right? Now, you got Israelites, naturally born, the 12 tribes, but they don't call themselves Israelites. All right? They call themselves, Africans or Puerto Ricans or, Mexicans, Seminole Indians, Native Americans. Those are part of those other nations, man, that don't fear the Lord. All right? And the Lord, it says right here, verse 3, lift up thy hand against the strange nations and let them see thy power. Because the Lord, all right, he's going to come and he's going to take down great nations, kingdoms, with the brightness of his coming. Let's get that. Okay. See, I believe it was, yep, let's see. Peter. She. Bear with me for a second. Yep. It says 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, when the Lord returns, he's going to destroy. All right, he's going to destroy nations. And here it's talking about, Esau. Esau, the so-called white man. All right, the devil. And 2/3 of our people, which now you could consider heathen, other nations, they are of their father the devil. So the Lord, he's going to destroy them as well with the brightness of his coming. Because the brightness of the Lord's coming is dealing with the chariots and also these nuclear missiles, man. All right. It says, verse 4, as thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power, but only thou, O power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Let these nations know the Lord as we have known the Lord. Because look at our people, man. Look at our people, and then you got brothers that have woken up to the fact that the Lord judges, man. The Lord judges for disobedience, man. For breaking his laws, statutes, commandments. Look at all the chastisement that our people have received from the Lord. Going into many, many captivities, man. Receiving many judgments, man. Unto this day. Okay? So he's going to let these other nations, receive, that bitterness that we've received. Except, you know what? The scriptures say, as we were reading, he has mercy on us, man. He's going to have mercy on us. All right? It says, show new signs and make other strange wonders. Right? New signs and other strange wonders, man. We see them all the time. These different natural disasters, blood moons, different shooting stars and, rivers turning into blood. Those are some of those strange wonders, man. These chariots, okay, the chariots is how we're going to be delivered. And the chariots are part of that brightness of his coming, which, the chariots, the world likes to label them or categorize them as UFOs, all right, which UFO means unidentified flying object. But the scriptures identify these chariots, these vehicles, okay, and those are new signs, okay, and strange wonders. When I say new signs, I don't mean that they've never been here before, but according to our us being reborn, reincarnated on the earth, they're new, meaning they're made fresh. Okay. It says, glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Enemy number one, man, Esau. Esau, the so-called white man. 2/3 of our people and these other nations, man. Okay, the Lord is going to pour out wrath and destroy them, man. The prophets were set up to give you warning, okay, to tell you that the Lord is returning with fire, with vengeance, destruction, okay? And the scripture says, what if I, the Lord Yahushua returning to set fire on the earth, and what if I, meaning him, come to it already kindled? Simply paraphrasing. Because before the Lord actually comes back and deals these final blows, final touches, being the cherry on top, shit's already gonna be cracking off. All right, you're gonna have World War III, civil unrest, race wars, civil wars, class wars, okay, wars, plagues, famine. All right, that's gonna take place on the earth before the Lord comes to set the final touches. All right, to destroy this place entirely, and this place entirely meaning America, Babylon the Great. Okay, it says, "Sake the time short." The time is short. All right, now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Sake the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. The covenant rests upon the elect, man. All right, the promise and the earnest of the Spirit was given to the 1/3, the elect. Those are going to be the ones, okay, that remember the covenant and declare the Lord's works. We're telling you, we're prophesying, which to prophesy means to tell something that's going to take place before it actually manifests. So we're declaring the wonderful works of the Lord. Okay, the destruction, man, that's going to be a very wondrous, catastrophic event. But then you think about the mercy and the salvation that the Lord is going to bring, is going to accomplish, and that's going to be very wonderful. That's going to be very wondrous. Seeing these chariots, the angels, brothers with spiritual power. When you read the scriptures, man, read the book of Acts. It talks about a lot of spiritual power that the disciples and prophets performed. All right, they brought people back from the dead, man. Resurrected people. Okay. The Lord Yahushua, he turned water into wine. He fed thousands of people with a very minute amount of food. He duplicated food with spiritual power. All right, I don't know if you remember growing up, but you had a lot of video games, RPGs, Pokemon, Elder Scrolls, and you could use cheat codes to duplicate. Elder Scrolls was a heavy one. You would equip an item you want to duplicate, and then open your menu and equip your bow and arrow and shoot one arrow at the ground, and it would duplicate that item by the amount of arrows you had equipped in your quiver, and it would just shoot, and you would see them all scatter everywhere. All right, anything imaginable, all right, is possible with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. As the scripture says, with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all things are possible. And with spiritual power, you'll be able to fly, you'll be able to heal wounds, bring people back from the dead, duplicate food, extract water from the air, because the elements are all around. All right. All you would pretty much be doing is how would you call it? Manipulating the elements, man. This is verse 9. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. You see? So, as the scripture says, Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. As if a man made it into a house and a serpent bit him, leaning his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Well, you see, you think of these lions, these bears, that's, different troops, actual animals, wild beasts. And then you escape that. You make it into shelter, some form of safe haven. You think you're at rest, you go to rest and a serpent bites you. Well, that serpent ultimately is those nukes, man. In a parabolic way of speaking, what that scripture is saying in, I believe it's Amos 5:18, what it's pretty much saying, getting at is, you can run, but you can't hide. All right? You can run, but you can't hide. Ultimately, people are going to receive sheer judgment, which are those nukes, man. If the Lord doesn't have it out to save you and have mercy on you, you got to go. Okay? And it says, and let them perish that oppress the people. The ultimate oppressor is Esau, man. All right? And he is, one of the chief targets. You two-thirds of our people. All right? You are of your father the devil, man. Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we. Okay? They're going to go to war. These kings, these rulers of these other nations, man. They're going to go to war. They actually have pride to where they don't believe, that this judgment that's going to go forth is for certain. All right? Esau, the most proud, thinks there's a loophole, thinks he's going to find an escape. All right? But no. It says that, smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we. Okay, they think they're just going to go to war, and whoever rise from the smoke is going to rule next, man. No. These other nations think that they're going to rule. Whoever wins this global world war, whether they're going to do it in an alliance faction type thing, or they're all just going to be killing each other, as the scripture says. No, that's not going to happen, man. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. The Lord is going to gather the tribes of Jacob and inherit them as from the beginning. All right. Remember, in the beginning, we were one. Okay. Before there was a king over Israel, we were one. All right. When we crossed the Red Sea, when we were with Moses, when we were with our forefathers, Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. The Lord was with us, and He's gonna return back unto us as the days of old. Okay. Verse 12, and I'm gonna end it with this. O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. See, that's what we want. We want the mercy of the Lord. All right, we want to be called by the Lord's name again. Okay, we want to be called YasharAhla, Bahashem Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, the Israelites of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, we want the Lord to have mercy on us while He's judging this world. You got to have faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please Him. Okay, Because we're entering, man, we always say we're entering, but nah, man, we're in perilous times. All right, every day things are getting harder. Every day judgment is going forth. And we want to be on the right hand side of the Lord. All right, because the left hand is receiving judgment. You got guys bugging out, and knowing that, we got to remember mercy as well, because we want mercy, but you got guys clearly bugging out, forgetting the Lord. All right, remember the Lord, love the Lord. All right, that's the first commandment. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakodash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.